So it's 2010, I'm running for the United States Senate. Fly into Dallas, I gotta get some exercise. It's 8:15, the gym closes at 9. I get clothes on, I go to the gym. I'm running on one of those foo-foo treadmills that has a little TV in the middle of it, you know? Guy next to me has his TV on. I'm running, he's running. I look over, there's my face on his TV. I'm running, he's running. Underneath my face appear the words, "World's Worst American." I'm running, he's watching his TV, he looks over at me. He keeps running, he looks over at me. Pulls his thing, gives me this sneer, and he walks out. I have no idea, because I don't have a headphone. I have no idea what was said about me. But I do know one thing, it's what makes America great. Because he's watching MSNBC, and we've got this clash of ideas in America. We've got a marketplace of ideas. We've got people who want to fight, who are willing to fight over ideas. And I'm glad that MSNBC doesn't think that I'm a good American. I'm really happy about that. That's a good thing. But it's part of this history. It's part of the rich culture that we have. We fought a revolution so that we wouldn't be censored by a monarchy. We made sure that we had the opportunity in this country to have a Bill of Rights, the First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. What happened when John Adams passed through Congress and signed the Sedition Act? He lost to Thomas Jefferson in an election because of that. Then we fast forward, we have big government that is protecting slavery, enslaving other human beings. We fought a civil war to make sure that big government couldn't do that. Big government protected the Ku Klux Klan. Big government. You have Woodrow Wilson enacting the federal income tax so you can't spend your own money. The federal government's gonna spend that money. We have been fighting against federal government our entire time. FDR interns American citizens because they had Japanese descent. He uses the IRS against his political opponents. LBJ used the CIA to spy on Barry Goldwater. We've been fighting against big government the entire history of this country. And now we have another fight. We have a fight, the conspiracy between big government and big tech. You see, when the government doesn't want you to have a discussion over the efficacy of vaccines, they just tell their buddies over in big tech, censor those folks. When the government, when big tech doesn't allow a United States Senator Rand Paul to question a witness and have that video put up, the United States Senate, if you can't have a discussion in Congress, where can you have that discussion? Folks, are masks effective or not? No, we can't talk about that. The Biden administration tells big tech, get that off there. We don't want Americans talking about those issues. It's the essence of being an American. And you know what else? When you, and this might be the only intelligent thing I say in 30 days, so listen carefully. When you control the information in a democracy, you control elections. We know that 6 months before the 2020 election, Google changed the algorithm to benefit Joe Biden and to hurt Donald Trump. We know that Amazon won't sell conservative books. We know that Facebook and Twitter banned the sitting president of the United States from having a voice on those platforms. We know that they all conspired to take Parler down because they didn't agree with what Parler said. This conspiracy between big tech and big government is the most, in my view, the most threatening action we have had to free speech in America. And folks, the answer isn't to form a government agency to regulate speech. I don't want a bureaucrat in D.C. to pass judgment on what I say or what you say. I don't want a law that says, well, you can say something as long as there isn't imminent harm, because the person who decides imminent harm is the wokester from California who works for those companies. And those companies have billions of dollars to defend themselves. We don't want that. What we want is competition. We want 5 Amazons to sell books. We want 10 Googles to search. We want 20. We want competition. Competition will give us the ability to choose. And as consumers, it empowers you to choose. That competition doesn't exist right now. Google controls 94% of the searches in America. We can't allow that. We've got to enact legislation that gets us down the road. What can you do? 3 things. The first thing is, ask a candidate whether they accept money from big tech. You know what? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it does. But ask. I started a pledge a year ago. A lot of our heroes, Byron Donalds, Matt Gaetz, Madison Cawthorn, signed that pledge not to take money from big tech. The second thing you can do, don't buy their products. They cheat, they lie, they steal. Don't buy their products. Guess what? If you need toilet paper, order it a week ahead from Walmart.com. You don't need next day delivery on toilet paper. You don't need next day delivery on mouthwash. Some of you need more mouthwash, but don't use Amazon. There is this conspiracy that we are funding as consumers. Give us a choice. And the third thing is, there are really good bills, 6 bills that passed the Judiciary Committee in the House that are working their way through the Senate. Some of them have passed the Senate, some of them are through the Senate Judiciary Committee. 6 bills that will give us competition, things that work. When you want to change cell phone companies, you get to move your cell phone number, you get to move your photos, you get to move your contacts. That happened because of the 1996 Telecommunications Act that allows you to do that. When you're searching on Google, they're creating a digital file on you. You own that file. That's your property. That's not Google's property. Take that file and go where you want with it. Give attorney generals the venue to sue in whatever state they want to sue in, not in the Northern District of California where the cases are getting removed to. We don't want them playing in the backyard of Google. We want them playing where they bring the case. There are so many good bills, so many good answers that are being held up. These companies are spending tens of millions of dollars to influence D.C. You have the ability as a consumer, and you have the ability in the political sphere to make a difference. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.